Hello, girlfriends. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and thanks for all the people joining in on the replay. This is Angela Jordan Perry of Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling. So this is behind the scenes, just to touch base with you after a good week of interviews. So it's a little bit delayed. I should have did this on Sunday, but nevertheless, I am taking time out to do this behind the scenes. So if you have had, the pleasure of being in these live interviews this past week, you, I'm sure, have been really blessed. Let's see, this past week, we started off the week with Jennifer Brady. She is a Presidential Diamond homeschool mom out of Illinois. Then on Wednesday evening, we had Yocheved Torah. She is out of Northeast Texas, expecting her 9th child and homeschooling mom there. And then we had Yarisa Ramos out of South Carolina this past Friday, and then as well Allison Garrison out of South Carolina as well. So we had a wonderful lineup of homeschooling moms who shared their experiences. You can certainly go and find all of the videos on YouTube. Jennifer was episode 19. She was episode 19. Yocheved was episode 20. Yarisa 21, and Allison episode 22. So excellent experiences that they had to share and advice to give. The one that stood out, each one of them had their uniquenesses and what they stood out and with how they shared. Jennifer really just shared, find your way and do you. Basically, that was the gist of it. Do you. What is it like to do you? And not to put the pressure on of your homeschooling. It has to be this way. It has to look this way, or I have to do it, follow these particular ABC, order of doing things. And hers was very enlightening. You'll have it, of course, being this mom, amazing homeschool mom of now expecting number 9 in April. This is 2018. And she just shared, how she got it done with such a large family, and how to stay on a budget with a large family, and how to self-care. The one thread that all of these moms really talk loudly about is self-care. That if we don't have ourselves refreshed, then we don't have anything. We don't have nothing to be able to give out to others. And so they made, a very, very, very clear vocal understanding that we have to do self-care. So with Yaritza, her experience of very, short time new to homeschooling, just this year actually, and what she has done and what she's doing and figuring out and finding herself and what that looks like for homeschooling. She has some great insights to give as well. For her, I just take away in the newness of it. She's in a great place to be in the newness of it and to glean, hi, girlfriend, and to be able to glean from all the other homeschoolers who are homeschooling, all these moms who are giving her great wisdom and advice. She's really starting off at a great place at the beginning, at the start, so she can shape it as she like. Hi, Cynthia. Thanks for joining in. Yaritza had this beautiful experience thus far, and nothing she could say that she could turn back and be like, I don't know if I want to do that. But she's so grateful for all the insights she's learning. And then of course with Allison, she had to lay down perfectionism. And, if anyone has a hard time, if I want to use the word hard, is perfectionists and those who are OCD, because you're with kids all day long. Either you're going to be driven crazy or you're going to drive them crazy to bitter. And that's not good in your homeschooling. So she had to really lay down this perfectionism. This is our interviewee from Friday, Allison Garrison. And she shared how that looked and what she had to do. And it was really, the perfectionism that she had was so strong. I don't know if that's the right word to describe perfectionism, but she was so ingrained in this perfectionism, it drove her to illness this past year, the end of the year, 2017, where she was, had chronic fatigue and just in bed. She could not do anything because she was just taking on so much that she said she had a physical breakdown. And that's how she describes it in the video, as a physical breakdown. But finally, she had to figure out how to remove those things and move forward in her homeschooling and just make it look totally different. To now, she has a lighter feel of her homeschool, and her schooling is better for it. So let's see, behind the scenes as well, I picked up this week, taught myself how to add in commercials to the video. So once we do live videos, I go back then and edit them, clean up things, take out a lot of and dead space where, sometimes the interviewees are thinking. So I cut out all this stuff and make it really pretty and just sound fluid, and add in some animation and this type of thing, and music and all that stuff to make it look like a beautiful video. And so this week, girlfriends, I learned how to include advertisements. So what I'm doing, because my desire is to build a village, and when I say build a village, that means I am in the state of South Carolina. I have just now, I've connected with girlfriends in California, and in girlfriends in Texas, and girlfriends in England, and girlfriends, really literally all over the place. I consider them as extended village, parts of my village, part of the village that I'm connecting for all of you. And so as I extend this village, I also want to edify what many of you are doing and what you're putting your hands to as your homeschool. Some of you are business owners. Some of you create curriculum. Some of you are coaching homeschoolers. What we're doing is huge. Some of you are coaching single women preparing for marriage. Some of you are starting marriage podcasts. So it's going on, and I'm just blown away at what this village is and the resources that we have. So in doing so, I want to edify you and what you're doing. I want to know about it. And I added into one of the videos that I edit as a commercial. So that's what a new thing that I've done this week. And I've done just a couple so far, and I'll be doing a third one today when I edit this particular video. And so it gives less than a minute, a little clip of what they're doing, how to get in contact with them, so you can know, oh my goodness, there's a resource in Georgia, online art school by this amazing woman at Mosaic Minds Art Gallery or art school out of Georgia. Who knew? But now you know when you go to the video and look at a particular YouTube video, you'll see that she's right there with her phone number and contact information where you can get that information. So as I learn more and more about what you all are doing, I want to edify you and put you in these videos and to be permanently there. So if you ever stop your business, it's still going to be on that. So that was one thing behind the scenes that I've done. The other behind the scenes thing that I've learned this past week is how to ensure we don't get kicked off of Facebook. When I say kicked off, it's not really kicked off, it's where the live feed gets dropped. So I figured out some things there, but that's been trial and error to figure it out, and finally figured out what we need to do. So we got that cleaned up. Woo, yay. So that goes smoothly. And then today I just learned some other elements that we need to ensure. Simple things like making sure your phone is on sleep mode where you can't receive any calls, because yesterday or Monday's interview, my interviewee, someone kept calling her, and so it would just drop her out of the live feed. So little things like that behind the scenes are some things I've learned. Prayerfully, I'm becoming a better and better person who can interview and pull out the information that is pertinent that you want to hear. Like, you're probably back there saying, Angela, ask her about this, ask her this. If you're not there to, if it's not a live feed, if it's live, then you can just ask the question right there. But if it's on replay, then you're like, oh, I wish you would just ask this question. So prayerfully, I'm getting better, with answering those questions and having a different mind of each different possible person. Maybe have the mind of a brand new homeschooler, what kind of things they want to know from that interviewee, or one who's been doing it for a while, what things they hope to know from this interviewee. And if you've been doing it for a while, or if you have a lot of children, whatever, I try and really think from all those perspectives. So if you could get in my brain when I'm doing these interviews, my mind is like, I mean, I'm working while I'm smiling or while I'm asking a question. So when I say, oh my goodness, so many questions, I mean, I literally have lots of questions. I'm taking notes or else I would forget while I'm listening. So this has been a great experience, and I still need to go ahead and finish up the series of minimalist homeschooling, and I will be doing a video on that in just a little bit, a live for that. But for the most part, this past week, as I look back over behind the scenes, it's been really good. I just want to ensure that all of my interviewees are very comfortable and open to share their hearts, because we all have a story to share, and we all have a journey that got us to where we are, whether it was through the tough or the good, the hard, the bad, the whatever. We all have this story to share. So again, behind this, thanks for sharing, Cynthia. So behind the scenes this week was great, and I'm looking forward to this coming week. We have another interview today and 2 more on on Friday. So if you don't know, interviews are weekly every Monday. These are all Eastern Standard Time. So every Monday at 11 a.m., every Wednesday at 6 p.m., and every Friday at 2 p.m. And sometimes I haven't added an extra one because I just think this would be great for this week. And then I'll add in extra interviews. And then, of course, every Sunday, I have a behind the scenes, just a recap to look over the week. So this week, and let you know some books I'm reading. I'm still reading through, do I have my book in here? No, I have it over there. Let me grab it. So I'm still reading through this book here, The One Thing. So leaders are readers, and so you always want to be in a book, and then you always have things to share, content to share if you're reading books, because that enlighten you. Then, so I need to get through this. Let's see what else behind the scenes for my family. My kids are doing well. Let's see, anything abnormal? No, nothing abnormal. We are farmers, if you don't know that. So part of the behind the scenes is so you can know what I'm doing in my family life too. I'm human and just like you, and we have our ups and downs and things like that, real life. But this week has been very, very peaceful, very good. Monday that's my fasting day, where I join with some other ladies, and we just pray and fast for all of our children. So I do that on Mondays, and but I just keep my head in the book. My kids are doing great. We have not gotten sick. If you don't know about essential oils, those are our go-to. I would love to share that with you. That's another part of what I do. I am an essential oils educator, so I teach, instruct, and get people started on that journey to that healthy, natural health. So anyway, we keep that. We are all oiled up, and my kids are doing well. None of us have gotten any of the yucky stuff. And matter of fact, my husband and I, we went out on our date night last night to see Black Panther. We went to see Black Panther. And so I just thought for sure, being in that theater, shut up with all these people, we're going to be not well today. And although I felt I was drained today, tired, but so far, nothing. So we'll put on our oils and diffuse our oils and make sure we get that stuff in us. I have peppermint almost every day. Peppermint essential oils in our syrup in my coffee. So I have that every day. But so yeah, family is good. Hubby and I, we have our date night every week, so we're good. So that's just basically behind the scenes, just let you know real life stuff and just how things are going behind the scenes with the show. So other than that, if you have some questions specifically for me, let me know. I love to answer those, and any how-tos and how do I homeschool and keep my house clean and stay sane and have a date night every week and look decent, rested. You have some questions for me, let me know. Shoot me an email or a message here on Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschool. I would appreciate you all just getting the word out. I am on a quest to reach the diaspora who are homeschooling all over the world, and everyone else who would listen. We are homeschooling strong. So here's a hashtag we homeschool too, and we are doing well. I do have some great shows coming up where a mom who is homeless and she's homeschooling. How do you do that when you move from shelter to shelter to shelter? Homeschooling makes for homeschooling very easy when you have to move every 30 days. And so we'll be having her soon to share her story, and she wants to share it. We have another mom coming out of a homeless situation, a married family, married with children. They're coming out of a homeless situation, but they didn't stop homeschooling. So I'm excited to share these stories. This is reaching those all over. So please promote, share. Get your girlfriends in the know with Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling so that they can be encouraged and join this community that we are unapologetically a part of, this diaspora of homeschoolers all over the country. So anyway, my purpose-driven life is to make a positive impact on thousands of homeschoolers worldwide. And in part, it is through interviews, and in part, just educating, and in part, drawing us together in a community of homeschoolers. So thanks for being a part, and yeah, shoot me a message if you have questions on Girlfriend's Guide to Homeschooling on the Facebook page. You can follow on YouTube at Girlfriend's Guide to Homeschooling. Tons of videos. All the interviews are there. All the series. I did a great series on racist homeschooling. So you definitely want to look at that. That has done pretty well. I got some thousands of looks on those videos, which I'm really excited to see. Please get the word out and share it. Share this video, and yeah, let's get the word out about us. We're homeschooling well as a community. So thank you, and we'll talk to you soon. Until our next interview. Bye-bye.